Okay.
I just saw this quote. Probably Janet's already seen it. Rebecca Solnit posted, and I love it so much. I had a European gent in my comments who said, "Dark times. America, you are beating back fascism. These should be joyous times. You are winning a fight in mere months. Other countries have taken decades to win."
Wow.
You know,
Yes, I heard and saw that too. It was very powerful.
just a little change of perspective there.
Yeah. Good one.
Thank
Okay,
you, Kathy.
it's good, huh?
That was good and needed. Yeah. Nice.
All right, grab your cards.
What are we doing today?
We're doing the wheel. First, we're
Oh, I
gonna
gotta get the cards on my altar. Hang on one second.
so shuffle your deck, and this is like your grandmother or your great grandmother. Your she's got hair on her chin, and she died 300 years ago, and she knows everything that your deck, and you're just asking for a card. What does the Oracle want me to know right now? And so it's a blind pull. Pull it any way you want, or shuffle till a card pops out. You can do it
Yes.
into three stacks. And then without thinking too much about it, this is what this wise elder wants you to know right now, just right now about you.
Huh.
And we're just starting, so grab your decks.
Okay.
Alteri, welcome. Cassie, welcome. Blind pull a card. Your deck is your wise 300 years dead grandmother.
Hmm.
What does she want you to know about you right now? Her words of wisdom. And we're looking at it visually. This is not an intellectual exercise. So
Mm-hmm.
who wants to go? My
I'll go.
okay, go for it.
I got strength, and it's like
Hmm.
I've been given strength, and I need to acknowledge it.
All right.
Love it.
Short and sweet.
I'll go.
Yep,
I got can you see it or is it too reflected?
got it.
Oh.
It's the Nine of Swords. It's this she's naked, but she's got um the swords are represented with eyes.
Oh,
I I see through
wow.
many different eyes. Uh that's all I got right now. Yeah.
Good.
I see with many different eyes, with many eyes.
And remember, swords is about decision making,
Yeah. Yeah.
decisiveness.
Yeah.
Um, because I got swords too. So
Yeah.
I
My
think
it feels like an emotional card.
yes.
And I do, I'm highly emotional and sensitive and make decisions from that place, which is not negative. That's not a negative, right?
Right.
Thank you.
Who else wants to go?
Oh, I think I need a little help because two, I made my little piles, and the first one was the magician. I'll take that. But
Yes.
then right next to it came a card I've never had before, the Three of Pentacles. And it's a flower, but it's made out of bricks. Can you see that
Oh,
it's a brick wall, sort of like a Banksy painting or something? And there's birds. So Kathy, I always forget what pentacles are. I need a little guidance with this.
Pentacles are the earth sign. They're your resources, what supports your life. So your home, your finances, the food that you choose to eat. So why don't you hold up both of those?
Mm.
I mean, there's something about a magic trick. I know that those cards are so surreal anyway, but I think that if I was your oracle grandmother, I would say you're a master at
Mm.
making m making everything flourish, no matter uh, your
Mm.
supplies,
Mm.
resourceful, making beauty out of bricks. Really? Yes.
Well, there she
Like you're
is.
a builder.
Yeah, there I am. See, there's my
Yeah.
little magician self having chats with a bird who has a brick, I think, in her mouth. It's hard to tell because the detail is so great.
It's
Mm.
kind
Anyway,
of like a Cinderella story too. Like the birds are helping you and nature is helping you.
Brick walls are strong.
Mhm.
You know, like the wolf couldn't blow down the brick house.
and even though we don't look at the book, I'm going to look at the book because I could use a little help. But again, because it was like, wow, you let.
But I haven't heard your ideas about it.
Well, it's a brick wall. She's gotten out of her little magic hat. She's got this down pat, right? This is, of course, I'm a magician. Um, so she got out of the magic hat, and there's a bird there that's a goose or a swan, and then we have birds here. And but the thing that like you can't not notice is that the flower is really a brick wall that's being revealed.
Mm.
So these two birds this is what's going, wait a second, because neither of them is looking at her, right? She's trying to have chats with the one who has something solid and red in his mouth. It doesn't look big enough to be a brick, but he's got something in his mouth. And this other one up at the top has something thin.
So tell me
Maybe
a story knowing that it's based on resources.
Resources.
Put the book down.
Oh, I haven't had a chance to look at it yet.
Okay.
I want to. So, what do I need to know right now is that I am a magician who sees what is hidden.
Beautiful.
Now, can I look at the book?
Sure.
Janet, could the thing in the other bird's beak be like the tool that they use in bricklaying, like
Maybe.
put
Let's
the
see what it
mortar
says.
on?
The Three of Pentacles shows two parrots helping a young girl build a flower out of bricks. All three figures work as a team, helping each other succeed with this collaborative project. Each has something useful to contribute because they respect each other and value the other's opinion and knowledge. Together, they will succeed. I think that's working with Kathy. I think that's the description of how we build the witch sequence, not having a clue, right?
Everything,
We had no
everything.
idea. So thank you for letting me look it up.
You can do what you
She
want.
didn't let you.
No, I'm obedient. I don't read the book.
Now, but now I want to read the book.
I needed to because of the way this one went.
I'm gonna look now.
All right.
I
Who
can.
else wants to go? Tony.
So I got the Ace of Cups.
Poor thing, you're still sick, huh?
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
a little bit. Still, the sinus congestion is still there. So I think the Oracle Grandma wants me to um, tap into my primordial emotions and spirituality and radiate them out into the world.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Understand how valuable and precious they are.
Yep.
That even that you can touch them is a precious thing. Think about our world.
Yep.
Okay. Cassie or Alteri,
I'll
Camellia.
go because I'm confused. I use this deck, Kat, Kathy, that you used the other day.
Nice.
So,
And these
okay.
cards just confuse me. I have no idea. It's the Two
Oh,
of Swords. Um, it's very angular, Two of Swords choices.
Yep.
I mean, it's
Yep.
just not very clear. And this woman on top, and there's these hands that look like kind of they're tied. These women are pulling their hair. I have no idea.
Well, no, come on. So just basics. What do we know about swords?
Right. Thoughts, words.
Choices, decision making. And
Mm-hmm.
and so just start a story. This woman at the top, she's
This woman at the top is having anxiety over something, and part of her is pulling her hair, and she knows she needs to make a choice. And that's what that door in the bottom. I said, I
mm,
need to go through that door.
mm,
and I'm
But
What's
really too big right now. My choice feels too big. And if it was easy, the two sides wouldn't be equal. But that is the definition
right.
of a hard choice, that neither one
mm,
is obvious, right?
Okay.
mm.
Um, so what's the little black there at the bottom?
yeah, what is that?
This,
Is
this,
that a bird? Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
It's like a woman walking towards that door.
Okay,
oh,
so put that in the story.
Well, I think she's the one that has to decide because clearly there's too much going on.
Mm,
And you
And
take one step at a time. There are many steps before you get to the door. So
mm,
just do what's in front of you.
mm,
but look behind that door, you can't really see it, but it's like lightning and fire. It's not like a pleasant thing. It's not like a garden.
mm,
Well, yeah, sometimes decisions are like that,
Yeah.
right?
mm,
Until we make our choice and we go through,
mhm.
either one can feel like it might burn us. That's why it's so hard to sometimes choose.
Yeah.
So
Anyways,
so what would if your 300-year-old dead grandmother were saying, Cassie, my dear,
I said
oh,
you're not shackled. You think you're shackled, but that looks like a string, not chains. So just be brave and make a choice and go through.
good, bravo.
That's thank you.
Um, let's see, Altery or Camellia. Well done, Cassie.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
So my 300-year-old grandmother should be my great great grandmother. But anyway, um, I love her. She gave me the sun. And when I was a kid, I used to put myself to sleep telling myself cowgirl stories. And it wasn't until I moved here that I got a horse. So, I mean, this kid on the horse she's just so, I made it, Grandma. Grandma just sent me this card to say, I'm so proud of you, Altair. Soonra, with the sun on you, you got your horse, you got your sunflowers, all is good. And it is. And I'm so happy that we're doing the Wheel of Fortune because it just is singing to me. But this morning because I couldn't get to the new moon wonderful meeting, so I pulled for this year, this month, and I also pulled Pentacles, and I also love this card. Um, there's that.
That's the same card that I worked with in our new moon
Oh,
yesterday.
no way.
No kidding.
I
wow.
love it. So I was there, or you were
You
there, or we got it. I got it. So I just, this card I just adore with the little snail on the bottom. Aw.
Yep.
And the falcon, I've always wanted, like when the hawks fly overhead, I like sometimes put my arm out because I
Mm,
really want them to land on my arm because I've always wanted, I would think it'd be so cool to have a falcon.
that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Keep putting your arm out. You never know.
Make
Exactly.
sure make sure it's covered because if it does land on you, they have big talons, right?
Oh my
Well, that would
goodness.
be a tattoo.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
What's that
Uh,
scar from? Oh man, it was so cool.
Oh,
of
yeah, they have
of
sharp beaks too.
Yeah, shark fins too. Okay. So you kind of getting me back into reality here, okay? But I
our
also pulled the squirrel card for this month.
Oh, what deck is that?
Oh, this is my Celtic Oracle deck, and
Oh,
it has three sections to it, and then also three sections. Okay, so you have three houses: the house of the lion for strength, the house of um the dragon for wisdom, and then the house of purity, the unicorn. And then you have three levels of the cards, and this is the level of the inner world.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and so it feels really good that the squirrel, this for this month coming up, it's, especially with it being like the 9 month to be a squirrel, putting things away and being
Mm.
busy, getting ready. Yeah.
That's the perfect. I can't believe you got that card because
Mhm.
we talked about 8 and 9. We're at the very end of Scorpio. Next month it'll be the end of Sagittarius. So
Yeah.
you were right with us. That's so funny.
Mm.
Camellia.
Yes, I pulled Four of Pentacles from my what is it? My Rider deck.
Mhm.
And I just happen to have that deck right next to me, so that's the one I used. And I here's my deck. Let's see it. I don't know. It's hard to see.
Hmm.
It's dark in here. Anyway, Four of Pentacles, which the I don't know, he's got a crown on his head, so he's either a prince or a king. And pentacle on his crown, which to me signifies that it's just I don't know what how can I even put it, because he's also got the pentacle, he's wrapped his arms around another pentacle and he's standing at two pentacles. And but I don't know, he's owning. That's the word.
Turn it into a story. Your
Yeah.
grandmother saying, Camellia, dear, I have chosen this for you because.
Because this is where you're headed. There is the city in the background, and I live in the city, but the city is like a distance. So, am I leaving the city? Am I embracing the city? I'm not sure. The grandmother is saying, you have a lot to be thankful for, you have a lot to embrace.
Okay,
Good
beautiful,
things, good things to embrace. So,
beautiful. Thank you.
yeah.
Um, let's did everybody go? I think so. Um, Janet, you want to tell us just a titch about number 10? Because that's what we're living.
Well, that's right. We're 2026 is a 10, which reduces to a 1. So, and you started us with the 19, which is a sun, which is a 10, which is a 1. It's just this constant recurring. So 10 is weird and interesting because we in our Western system think of it as the completion of one. You learn to add and subtract on units of 10, but numerology is units of 9.
Mm.
So the 10 is a 1,
Mm, hmm
but in tarot,
Mhm.
It's a really big deal. It's the wheel. So it's a mystery. 10 is a mystery,
Mm.
Hmm.
right? I think
It
it's
is. And so we finally get the chance to have three cards in our constellation.
Mm.
So we have the wheel, and we have the magician, and we have the sun.
Mm.
And so think about it. You can pull any of the ideas that we've worked with. The way I'm seeing it right now is because Janet, when you pulled the magician, this is an intention for something to erupt out of other things,
Mm.
or maybe not erupt, create. And so it's like uh, doing something on purpose. I want to make magic,
Mm.
and the sun, Altry, you had the sun is like a self-realized
Mm.
job, human era.
Mm.
It's come to fruition. Look, I'm on that horse and I got my flag and woo. Um, and the wheel holds the sun, but the wheel also has the bottom piece. It has the darkness also.
Mhm.
Um,
What are the numbers, Kathy, in the constellation? 1, 10.
and 19. 9 plus 1 is 10, is the sun,
Oh, okay.
right?
And it's Pythagorean. It's 1 is creativity and confidence, which is what you just described.
Okay.
Hmm.
And the 0 brings inner gifts to it.
Mm.
Oh, nice.
So it's exactly what you just described.
Mm.
Okay.
and then there's the Pythagorean really weirdness
Mm,
of 19 is his last karmic number.
mhm.
Yeah, the sun. The sun, that's it. If we don't have the sun is everything. Alteri's got this piece of art.
You sent it to me.
It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. And I love the peace sign in the middle of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love my peace signs.
Yeah.
So Biddy Tarot is a really fun person if you want
Hmm.
another resource. Rachel Pollack, of course, and Shay always. Um, so here is the wheel in the
Wow.
tarot, and I'm just going to read you. They start with a very short story for every single card.
Hmm.
A lone rabbit sits at the edge of a cliff, gazing at a great golden wheel suspended in the sky. It
Mhm.
turns slowly, almost silently, like the passing of seasons. No one knows when the wheel first appeared, but every rabbit in the land believes it governs the flow of fate. The rabbit watches not with fear, but with
Hmm.
wonder, ready for whatever change may come from above.
Hmm.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I think he's sitting in the middle of our star dial, but we can't see the rest of it.
That was my hit too. Yep. Yep.
Staring,
Yeah.
staring at Freddie's
Yeah. Golden
golden
wheel.
disc.
Yeah.
I know. I kept thinking of Freddie, because
Wow.
there are so many golden discs, and so of course,
Oh my gosh.
here's Freddie.
Kathy.
Wow.
So the wheel
Oh,
is about cycles.
wow.
It's sometimes about fate, if you believe in such a thing. It's about our ups and downs.
Hmm.
It could be talking about major life changes, might be
Hmm.
about karma. Um, Personal power. You are the magician as part of the wheel, and so you can shape things in the way that you look at where you are on the wheel. It's just the same as that quote that Rebecca Solnit shared, right? We say, did Altry, were you here? Did you hear the quote?
No.
Um, where did it go? I had a European gent in my comments who said, "Dark times, America, you are beating back fascism. These should be joyous times. You
Mm,
are winning a fight in mere months. Other
mm,
countries have taken decades to win." So
mm,
that is the magician
mhm,
acting on the
yeah,
wheel.
mhm,
You have the power to change how you look at it. You have the power to change things are out of your control
mm,
by the way you give it your attention. So the wheel is an invitation to collaborate with change. A little bit of context. Why are we separate from the wheel? Why are we all needing the positive stuff? Well, capitalism doesn't give us a chance to rest. If in
mm,
our normal day-to-day life we understood that rest is as important as production,
Mhm.
I don't think we would have that view of, oh my God, I'm in a slump, I'm in a hole, I'm creative block.
mm,
Like we freak
mm,
out
mm,
because we're not given the opportunity to rest.
mhm.
So before long, this little patriarchal thing is going to be a blip. That's my opinion. This arcana is in the constellation with the sun.
Mm,
That gives us opportunities to become more and more ourselves. And I thought, what a great example of the wheel than our mandala that we're going to make in January, because
Mm.
we're actually putting things on here
mhm,
to bring us to self-realization. The sun that we are living in the mystery. We are doing this work. Shay says, how can we partner with change, partner with the wheel, and double down on our longings? The magician, to give birth to ourselves, the sun, over and over and over, right? Through life, giving birth to the sun over and over. A few pieces of art because this is mandalas,
Mm.
circles I've been obsessed with.
Mm.
Well, our star dial is a mandala
Totally,
Mhm.
absolutely,
and a wheel.
And that,
totally.
can you go back to that purple one, Kathy? That,
Isn't that cool?
yeah,
It's just a pendant.
mm.
that you made.
Just a pen. No, I didn't make this. Nope. No, it's a picture of a pendant. It's beautiful, huh?
It reminds me of our star dial.
It looks like our star dial.
Yeah.
The
And it's
star
Pur-
ancient.
dial is
Purple,
everything. Yes.
dragon's purple will be on the purple circuit.
And I thought that this
Mm.
is, these are all of us. These are our different, us doing our different wheel rotations under
Mm.
our different suns, guided by our different magicians, but we're still part of the same painting.
Mm.
Our
Like,
colors run into each other.
yeah, emitting our auras out. That's gorgeous.
Okay, so down to
Mm.
down to the details. In the corners are the four elements and the four fixed signs of the zodiac. Aquarius is the angel. Scorpio is the eagle. Leo is the lion. Taurus is the bull. These signs here, oh, in here, these are alchemical signs of the four elements, the building blocks of life. And like one is sulfur and one is salt, and I don't know. There's usually you're going to see a lot of snakes today. I mean, we know this, the cycles birth, death, rebirth. Um, Anubis is the Egyptian god of the dead. Oh my gosh, there's William. Hi. Hi.
Say it again.
Hi, Sassy. Hi, William. It's good to see you.
All
And
right.
then we have the Sphinx
Love you.
at the top, um, all about knowledge and strength and mystery. So these, you're going to keep seeing these three characters around the wheel. Um, this here, these are Hebrew letters, the unpronounceable name of God, and it also spells tarot and the Torah. Oh, I did write down the different mercury, sulfur, water, and salt are these here. So this is a really card filled with lots of imagery.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
the wheel's always turning. There is constant change. Making the most of where you are now. What goes around comes around. If you're in a really high spot, then things are going to change. There's a piece of the wheel that's about don't forget the support that you have. So that's that painting with all of us on there. You're not just alone in this. The wheel might show if it comes up in a reading that there's going to be a turning. Something is about to change. It might be a significant change. It might be an invitation to um, to look for a way, not out, but a different direction. It might be prompting you if you see the wheel in a reading. Oh, okay, I'm uneasy about this. Yes, it's time to do something a little bit different. Um, and always remember that the universe will guide you. So this is the Golden Tarot. Um, Here we have, you see the wheel and the same characters, uh, the
Mm.
eagle and the lion and the bull. And here's the cycle of life, the mother and her baby. And then this is the grandfather making food for the two of them. So this circle of support. And then we see the creatures, Taurus, the bull. It's our support. So, oh wait, no, I don't have a quote for that.
I really like that card because of it. You know, it's the Wheel of Fortune. And I always think of fortune as fortunate. And I mean, look what a beautiful picture of li a fortunate life. You know, it's just so warm.
Yeah. Yep. Here's the Light Seers card. Um, a quote from what she wrote in the book. I allow the transformative energies of fate to help me expand my experience. It's like broadening out into I am a key part of this big picture.
They look like poker chips.
They
And
do look like, yeah.
and
Well,
she's
she's got
got,
dice.
yeah, I was just gonna say she's got the dice. Yeah. And then you see the symbols for the elements in the background.
Hmm. Right.
Mhm.
The triangles, yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
So in this, and this is Chris Ann, the creator of the Muse Tarot, um, Cassie. The so she's reminding us here that there's beauty if we can step back or step up or whatever it is and see the big picture that we have a lifetime of experiences,
Mm.
good, bad, otherwise, and they all, depending on our view, um, I could say I've had an incredibly beautiful life.
Mm.
My grandmother wrote to me as a pen pal when I was in college, and she said, do not worry. Even if you have a bad 10 years, by the time you're my age, life is beautiful. Oh,
Mm.
I still have that letter. And I remembered that, and at the time I was like, I loved her so. I listened, but I was like, she doesn't understand, but probably she does, but I can't understand. Whatever tiny little thing was bothering me at that point.
And I feel like she's standing in tree pose, so it feels like
Yeah.
potential.
Mhm.
Mhm.
This might be a silly question, but what are the letters on the pentacle, the Taro?
Tarot. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, and it's also Torah sometimes. There, if you read about the symbology of the Rider Waite, it explains all that. I get bored with it.
Mhm.
Okay.
So that's not in my wheelhouse.
Oh, sweet.
Mhm.
I thought this one was interesting because, well, we see the cycles of nature,
Mhm.
right? The brown leaves, there's no snow, but fruiting and wintertime, summertime. And then there's the spiral. So I was thinking, we live in so many cycles,
Mhm.
right? If you're reproductive age, you've got that as like in your body. We have the moon, we have um patriarchal year, um uh there's yeah, school year is a cycle. We're
Mhm.
exposed to so many cycles within cycles.
Mhm. Mhm. Beautiful.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
In the writing about this card, she talks about how sometimes we are lifted up and dropped in another we it doesn't necessarily make we don't always abide by just going like this. Sometimes we're plucked up here and we're put down over there.
Mhm.
And so that's one of the things that this card is trying to say, that it can be more abrupt than um, just getting on a wheel and riding and looking around. She also created this so that in a reading, these are all the zodiac symbols. You could see which one is pointing toward the person receiving, and put the zodiac information as part of the change.
Wow.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I love the writing in this one. It's very story-like. So I'm going to read this. The serpent weeps as the wheel carries its pilgrims like a celestial Ferris. Twisting like a barber pole into eternity, the snake in his sparkling skin fills the tunnel of earth. Matter is mind, Mined. Desire materialized. The elements at helm, the spinning wheel like a ship of seasons, turning the clouds dark and then light perpetually. And there is no pilot. I thought that was really good.
Mhm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Since we talk about time as a spiral now, I appreciated this card that the wheel's here, but it's in a secondary place, and maybe that reflects the mother piece tarot that we don't know where we're going to get spit out sometimes.
It's such a good visual. Let's just get spit
It feels like that
off the
sometimes,
wheel.
right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I lost my footing.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this card. Um, Liberated from constraints, the wheel of fortune becomes the portal. So, what they've done is they have the mountains merging into the sea, merging into the cosmos. And then there's this boat. We're back into the ocean of the cosmos. So it's like hugging all of the places together into one magical, huge portal.
Mhm.
And here are our symbols still in the corners. Um, they write about in this portal, we can ask our questions and don't expect an answer.
Mhm.
But we know the answer is out there. So we're standing in the mystery. We marvel at the dance between entropy and synchronicity. Here we have the gift of perspective. Loosen the tightness of the self so you can expand. Float. What if we believe that our lives have perfectly prepared us for the
Mhm.
decisions that we have to make?
Mhm.
Right? What if we looked at things and said, "Oh, well, by now I'm prepared for that."
Mhm.
What did you say went opposite of entropy, Kathy?
Synchronicity.
Synchronicity. Thank you.
Yeah, and I kind of need to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Entropy being, I always think of it as nature taking back over, that nature's got such a force.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Hazra always, he corrects me on that. Um, so I need to think about that one. Does anybody?
What does he say it is?
I don't remember. It's not mine.
I feel like I could meditate on that card.
Mm,
It would be like a major tool for me in meditation because there's so many places to that has wisdom.
Yeah, right, right. How many? There, all the options are in that card.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there's that, I keep going to that opening, the portal on the right kind of middle, like yeah, it just goes on and
yeah.
through the gateway.
okay, I looked up entropy. It's not what I thought it was either. Is a measure of disorder, randomness, or the number of possible arrangements in a system.
Mm,
So then you can see why it's paired with synchronicity, right?
right. Yep.
Yeah, that's not what I thought it was either.
Could you repeat that?
Entropy is a measure of disorder, randomness, or the number of possible arrangements in a system. It also represents the amount of energy in a system that is unavailable to do work. As this is what I thought. As entropy increases, energy becomes more dispersed and less concentrated, making it harder to harness for useful tasks. So I think, Kathy, were you thinking like when something kind of starts to deteriorate and goes like a
Back to
leak?
itself.
Yeah, it goes back and yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Which is, I think that is it as well, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Azra.
I'll put this card in the follow-up email. And you guys
Hmm.
know all the cards end up on the Discord channel in each if you ever want, because you know where they're from, so I'm giving them I'm giving them credit so
Mm.
you know what it's from.
I feel like I want this one like poster size in my room,
Me too.
right?
Well, and it's interesting that it's black and white. I was
Hmm.
like, why? Well, because it does make it all seem totally available.
Yeah. And mysterious at the same time.
Mhm. Mhm.
No
Yeah.
pilot.
I love that. And there is
Hmm.
no pilot.
Hmm.
There's one of the incantations. I'll put that in the email. I wasn't crazy about it. It might strike one of you, so I'll send the link.
Okay.
The queer crow death magic. You who wish to conquer pain must learn what makes me kind, says
Mhm.
our buddy Leonard Cohen.
Mhm. Sir Leonard Cohen.
Uh,
You must
So
learn what makes you kind. You must learn what makes me kind.
Rachel Pollack, he's got a quote from her in this book. She writes, when we come to the still center of existence, without ego or fear, all the outer forms vanish. We must allow ourselves to descend into that dark sea, to let the personality die, dissolve, and give way to the new life emerging out of darkness.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
What do you
Well,
got?
excuse me.
A bird?
No, I have an illusion going on. I have the sun setting and it looks like the moon rising, but the moon would be full. It's like this disk rising over I live in a bowl, so that's on the southeast ridge. It's just a total illusion. It makes no sense.
Yeah, because it's a new moon, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
sun setting, in the kind of northwest, and this is the southeast.
Mm.
Ooh. Oh, and there's a squirrel right here. Right here. Hi, Mr. Squirrel. You're my buddy. Excuse me for the diversion, but I'm like, what?
He
I'm just
he knew that you picked his card.
so
That's so cute.
it's really cute. I'm gonna take a picture. I don't get it.
She's like Snow White with all of the animals going on around her.
Sometimes I feel like I'm in a Disney film.
Ooh, I like her.
Yep. This might hurt tarot.
Oh, so she's part lion.
Mm. Huh?
Yeah,
Is that?
she's like the Sphinx and a lion. She's, the different creatures. I think she's also part snake with the dots. I
Yeah.
mean, even though the snake is there. And you see the elements drawn and the element symbols.
Hmm.
The
Right.
situations in life are out of your control. After this change, they'll change again. Um, let's see. She says there may not be any direct reason for your fortune or misfortune. The outcome is context dependent.
Hmm. The outcome is context dependent.
Back to that idea.
Yeah.
Change our perspective that
Is the forest on fire?
um yeah, it looks like it doesn't it?
And that's the element of fire in that corner.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it has, yeah, water,
Oh yeah.
Air
earth.
and earth.
Mhm.
Cool.
Cool card.
Yeah.
It's almost, it's a warriorous card. Almost like, yeah, I'm ready to take on whatever the Wheel of Fortune gives me.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Because I know this too will pass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what my mom used to always say.
Mm.
Yeah.
This too shall pass.
Um,
Mhm.
the name of Courtney Alexander's painting that is this card is Man Turns in the Path. And that is from a proverb that she put in the book.
Are you saying pass or path?
Path.
Thank you.
Man turns in the path. He merely turns in the path. The priest's the same, which I really liked. We all turn in the path.
Mm-hmm.
Energy is not created or destroyed, it simply goes through transformation. Life
Mm.
is an eternal spiral. I thought this was nice. At the center is a neutral seed of the eternal. And from that point, energy oscillates. Right? We've all heard this sort of therapy idea of the wheel. Just get in the middle and be
Mm.
grounded and watch it happening, but stay in the center. And I like that the seed of the eternal.
It reminds me of the middle of the labyrinth, even though it's only four petals.
Mm. Oh yeah. Mhm. Her life relies on all of her parts working.
Mm.
Each wheel is one separate cog in the larger machinery. That's how life goes, huh?
That's beautiful.
Mhm.
Mm.
These are like the interior, oops, of the labyrinth too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those flowers.
Mm-hmm. Like when you're standing in that center, like what you just said.
And we all have this going on. This is like, give your fellow grocery shopper a break if somebody's having a bad day. Because underneath, we've all got these wheels, and some of them are mucked up, and some of them are frozen, and
Yeah,
some are overheating.
that's called menopause. This is off topic, but I'm so glad whenever I see this hairstyle that I didn't live in that time period because I totally don't get it. See how it goes in front of her ear and then wraps around the back?
That'll drive me crazy.
Yeah. Fortuna.
Fortuna. So let's see.
Yes.
Um, in a 6th century work, 6th century, so a long time ago, called The Consolation of Philosophy. The writer Boethius speaks of the goddess of fortune, Fortuna, and says, "This is my art, this game I never cease to play. I turn the wheel that spins. I delight to see the high come down and the low ascend." She is more interested in change than fairness. Her golden wings separate her from mundane concerns. She's looking, okay, so here we have kings and townspeople, royalty and peasants,
Oh, I didn't notice that.
and everybody is part of
Yeah,
this wheel. It's like the man and priests, uh,
yeah. Bishops.
and she's not concerned with them. She's just looking out. She gets the big picture. The rich and the poor both climb the wheel and cling, but they're just the same. There was a part that I wanted to read. In Rome, separate altars are built for both of fortune's faces, for the two sides of luck, Mala Fortuna and Bona Fortuna. She is an oracular goddess, often consulted about the future she foresees and the present she holds in her hands. More often, she is entreated to be kind and bestow her favors more liberally to one who please most sweetly. More than a gambler's fixation, Fortuna's wheel is also a chariot's means of motion and a ship's helm for direction for those who trust fate and fortune to be their guide. A little
We
bit of
know
it.
her.
Yeah, yeah, we kind of know that. How we know her in a
Mhm.
completely different way. Um, at the end of what they write in the book, it says to turn your luck around, wear your clothes inside out for a day, part your hair on the other side, stand up and turn around 3 times, and give away the last coins in your pocket.
That's, my kids used to wear their pajamas inside out when they wanted to do well on a test next day.
Okay. Huh,
Okay,
never heard of that before.
I know.
Portuguese superstition, turn your socks inside out to keep the witches away.
Yeah, right. When we were talking about superstitions, Tony, I forgot the inside out pajamas.
Hmm.
Mm, wow. Mm, mm, mm.
So the subheading for the Wheel of Fortune, the Lord of the forces of life, and the Sun, the Lord of the fire of the world.
That sun one is amazing.
Mhm.
It's so fun. It's just so hot.
Mm.
Like solar flares.
It's
Mhm.
solar, yeah. And the wheel has spokes.
Mm.
I think it's interesting that it's not closed. There's
No,
Mm.
right. And it's not solid. It's like changeable, right?
Mhm. But there's no green, which I also find interesting.
Mm.
She's got her colors mixed here. The orange and the dark have mixed and
Mm,
got variations. You know, it's not easy to have this dark blue and to put a an opaque yellow and have them not intermingle.
yeah, somewhere.
Mhm. There's
That's
not one speck of green. I mean, it's tiny, maybe,
yeah.
but
There's a little reddish, reddish violet in their bottom there.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, I see a face now.
Me too.
In the bottom left of the middle blob altar there. That's where I see it.
Oh, I see.
I see it actually on top.
You see it on top.
Over
Yeah.
here.
Um,
That's the one Janet sees.
Profile.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, here, look, looking upward. Beard,
Yeah.
nose, brow.
Oh,
There.
yeah.
Well, there
Yep.
could be a face looking downward here.
Yep.
Eye. Oh, it's like a cat, maybe.
Mm.
Lion, ear.
It's almost like it's shifting before our eyes, even though it's not.
Hmm. I
There's
have to
mo-
share this. I'm actually seeing two sunsets right now. And I pulled the sun card.
wow.
There's some trippy because I went outside to see. There's some trippy reflection going out through this window that gives me two sunsets.
Because of the window, or is it like that when it's out when you're outside?
No, no,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Huh.
And then there's the sun setting over there, and the reflection somehow. I don't know. It's just very. Um, I don't even know what to call it. It's like, okay, the mystical, magical tour I'm on.
Well, and you look at yourself in the camera. You have the sun at your shoulder. Scoot, sit back, see right there.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Mm,
Well, if you need to pay attention to that, please do.
mm. Well, I have been. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Constellation. We kind of already talked about this. And I should have put the um, magician up there, but I didn't. So here is, oh, nope, more constellations. I just loved this. This is the same artist as the Rabbit Tarot. Um, all different age cats and
Right.
all these symbols. Right here's our star dial.
Mhm.
Very cool, I thought. The Muse constellation. I think this is a genius card. Um,
Wow.
so on the left, we have the seer. Um,
Yeah.
if we can see the beauty in the big picture, then we can more readily be willing to be thrilled when things are thrilling and be gentle and take care when we're in the depths. Finding a sense of beauty and understanding in the infinite and eternal. This surpasses the limitations of time when we live in the mystery. I serve the mystery, Janet, right? And that gives meaning to our whole life, serving the mystery. Everything changes. So I really like this. We can experience our life as the victim, as the victor. We can also just step back and witness. And I really like that she has this blue on.
And A woman's in charge.
There is no pilot.
I'm sorry, but it looks like she's spinning the wheel.
She's got a big wheel, doesn't she?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's such a different perspective of the wheel. Okay, 2 weeks, Thursday.
December 4th, 5 p.m.
So we talked a little bit. When this comes up in a reading, you're getting an idea. Maybe somebody's miserable. The wheel shows up. Things are gonna get better. Um, maybe you're ecstatic. People don't usually want readings when everything's going well, but it might be time to hunker down. Um, take responsibility for your actions. Be aware of how you're framing the story you're telling about where you are. It might be asking you to take a step back to see what you've learned from the situation you're in. And it might just be mirroring you and seeing that you're in the middle of a big flux. So if you work with reverses, um, it could mean that and when you don't have this is where your intuition comes in. You don't necessarily have to get a card that's upside down to work with the reverse. Um, you could get the sense that someone is resisting a change. They're just against it. They could be trying really hard to control a situation. The wheel is saying, I'm sorry, but that's not going to work. Um, it might be saying it's time you're in a cycle, you're in a really, you're grasping this cycle, time to let it go.
Not the pilot. Yeah, to remind yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready for some questions?
Yep.
Grab your journal. Where are you in your life right now? Are you like the goddess of fortune, the seer, the watcher, watching and wonder? Are you on the winning part of the wheel or are you on the downturn part of the wheel, waiting for things to turn? Where are you? When you hear or think about change coming into your life, what does that bring up? So what meaning does change hold for you right now? Tony, I always think you have a big bottle of mustard.
He really likes yellow mustard.
I do. Just slurp it right up.
Because we have mustard that, it's not that big, but we have that solid yellow mustard. what wheels or spirals do you have a relationship in your life with? The moon, the sun. What cycles do you give your attention to? Think of something in the more than human world that is the epitome and a great example of cycle and changes. An animal, a plant, a rock, a river, something that you relate to. Think of that and ask the river, the daisy, what do you want me to know about change? You know that in your life, you will come to know every part of the wheel well, that you cannot resist this. What does that feel like? Do you get a calm, curious, afraid, excited? What does that feel like?
Can you repeat the first part of that question, Carol?
You know that in your life, you will come to know every part of the wheel well.
Okay.
So it's like saying where I
Yeah.
am now is going to change,
Mm-hmm.
and where do you feel that in your body? Now, with that feeling and the place in your body and mind, bring to mind some of the imagery that we saw in these cards and make a blessing for yourself, for that part of your body. May you feel, may you be, may you realize. Be that wise 300-year-old dead grandmother and give yourself some wisdom. draw a wheel in your journal and put a few things, put a few events on that wheel that you had to work through.
Mm.
And now taking the stance maybe of the open-armed woman in tree pose
Mm.
or the lady in blue at the helm of the giant wheel. Give yourself credit. Know that you worked through those changes and you made it. You're still here. Sometimes we don't know how strong we really are.
I picked a card this morning from the Mystical Moments deck, and I did deep soul writing about it, and that was the message of the card. Thank you. You just reinforced that.
Good. How attached are you to the idea of fairness? Lady Fortuna says nothing is fair. So if you are attached, where might you, how might you, where might you make some adjustments about fairness? Can you can you see any places in your life where you were impacted by the cycles that were imposed upon you? Work day, school day, um, running a business, running a family, uh, harsh seasons. How have imposed cycles had an effect on you? Disallowed vacations. Is there a place in your life right now where it would be a good idea to try and roll with the punches a little bit more?
I just throw them.
Good job.
Get it
Throw
out.
punch, throw punches, drink mustard,
Punch
be
bags, not
happy.
punch bags, not people.
There you go. So we're going to do a card pulling activity. I'm trying to give you different ways to work with the cards each time a little bit so you can come up with your own spreads and get answers from the oracle. So bring to mind a big change that you went through, a good change, a bad change. Um, it can be anything noteworthy. So something where you were different at the end than you were at the beginning. Something that changed you. And now we're going to pull three cards to describe and give us wisdom about that change experience. So shuffle your deck and you can decide. This might be a good place to pull three, to do three stacks out of your deck and pull one from the top from each. You could pull the bottom of each stack. You could do what Lahela does and get the energy going between your hands and close your eyes and feel the cards. You could wait for cards to fly out at you, like Jennifer Catalano does. So we want put that change that happened in your body while you're handling your deck. Think about that change and ask for the story. Ask for some wisdom about it. You could also do before, during, and after if you need to be more specific in your storytelling. I'm just giving you options. Um, if it feels confusing, pull your three cards with your change event in mind and just write words of what you see, and something will come.
Okay.
And let's do this for do you want to take 10 minutes?
Sure. Oh my goodness.
As you're working on this, try to step out of the normal things that you tell yourself every day. We all have these things that we think of ourselves. That's why the cards are so good because they can really knock us off of those loops that continue to play. So try to use your cards as a real way to get out of your head and to listen to the oracle. Tony, do what you got to do. And if you need to go, you can send us all an email or you can send it to me and I'll send it out.
Oh, I'm okay for another few minutes.
Okay.
I can go first though once we're ready to go.
We got about 3 more minutes.
Mine came pretty quickly, so.
Okay, Tony, do you want to go so you can get
Sure.
off?
So my events that I was thinking about was when I got laid off from a job a few years ago, or not a few years ago. It's been probably 10 years now. But is that one that's like kind of stuck with me for a really long time. So, just wanting to get some insight on that because it was a life-changing one, even though I got laid off. Well, I'll just start with the first card was the Fool. So for me, I came out of that layoff. I was the only one who was happy. Like everyone in the room was crying. I was the only one smiling and like excited that I got laid off. And so and I had been unemployed before, but never gotten laid off. Um, and I would just have like this really different mindset around it. Like it was time for a fresh start, time for all that kind of stuff. And also like I wanted to change directions in my career too, because like I was kind of tired of being an event planner and all that jazz. So whatever. And so I just started like applying to like whatever. And like basically everything that like led up to that moment, like the next card is the six of discs, which is the title is success. Um, the whole process was like that 2 months that I was off, looking for a job, like 'cause I got 2 months severance. Um, I always had like that successful mindset throughout the whole thing. I mean, it was maybe 1 or 2 days there that I was like, "Ugh, I'm never going to get a job." But I remember my partner telling because during that time frame, it was like the job market was like plummeted. My partner was freaking out because he's the worrywart, and he's like, "Oh, they're like it's taking people like 6 to 8 average person like 8 to 6 months to find a job." And I looked at him and I'm like, I'm not your average person.
Nice.
But like the effort that I put in during that time frame, definitely, it was successful. I did get a job in 2 months. I did change my career completely, like completely different direction. And it just brought me to a place where I got the Two of Cups,
Mhm.
um, which is love. And I don't
Mhm.
know that I love my job
Gorgeous.
or my career, but I like am in a better place of loving myself, loving more of what like because I wasn't enjoying life way back then. So like enjoying life, I'm loving life. There's a lot more love in my life now from it. So it was definitely like I've always looked at that experience as a pivotal changing point in my life. So it was interesting to just kind of get these cards and get that perspective again back from it. So
Yeah. Yeah, you really were seen there, huh?
yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna head out. I will watch the rest of this
Yeah.
afterwards. Love you all.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye, Tony. We love doing that.
Okay, who wants to go?
I'll go because I have to jump off too.
Okay.
Okay,
You don't
go for
mind.
it, Cassie.
Um, I didn't really have a clear question. I think you said look at change that you went through and ask for the wisdom of it. I wasn't landing on a big change, but I did land on a vacation we took 3 years ago for the first time in 10 years, and we still haven't taken another one. And these are the cards I got. We have very busy lives. I am like very successful at what we do, but it's like, oh my God, there's never a stop. We can never stop. Whew. And I had to come to these cards again. The symbology, not crazy about them, but there I had to listen to something, and there's a moon there. I really had to listen to like, we need a break. I need to know when to say stop. And it did manifest because the
Mm.
emperor, I not only by me being empowered to not be here, like not be here 24/7 like I've always been, to that I can empower those around me to hold the juggling of our very busy lives. So, all in all, there is a diplomacy and an honesty and an integrity to what we do, and it requires a lot of balancing. So I am learning to listen, listen to the emperor.
Or turn your back on the emperor, because there might be a more creative way to get you more vacation than
Ah,
than the way we approach work in our culture.
my goodness. Yes. We're in the busy holidays. I won't listen to that message until January.
Right, right. But maybe, really turn your back on the emperor, and right, because that's like dictates from our culture.
Yeah. Success, 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 success.
And
I
you and
see a
you
lot of dancing in your cards, Cassie.
yeah.
Yeah, there
It's
is. I mean, look at these
yeah,
ladies.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
And then
she's got the scene. She's got her eyes are closed, so she's not really stressing too much.
and what that's the muse of which one?
The
Yeah, that
Muse
one.
of Voices, which is swords,
Yes. Yeah, so
which
that's
is
decision making.
decision making. It's always the head, the
Uh,
swords.
uh,
But
so that you can go play with the
so
Knight
I can
of
go
Inspiration.
play with this guy. Look at
Uh,
him. Yeah, I
uh-huh.
can play with him.
Hmm. I would put those cards on your altar, take a picture. There's a good
Okay.
message in there.
Thank you. I will. I
Thank
will.
you. Okay, I think does anybody else need to go? Sandra, you were ready.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye, Cassie.
Bye.
Well, I drew my favorite card, the Ten of Swords, and that is experiencing the pain of my challenge. Then I got the Eight of Pentacles, which to me is deciding to make a change. And then I got the Page of Swords, and that is experiencing the change, making the decision and experiencing it.
Okay. Um, I don't know what your challenge was. Um, the Ten of Swords to experience the pain, um that seems really potent,
It's
because
experiencing that pain that's going to.
there's a reason, Sandra, that card keeps coming up for you. And so, maybe if you're going to look at it, head on and really experience it, like really experience it, like write about it. Why? What? Oh my gosh, it hurts so much, until you're done with that.
Mhm.
Um, because because the second one, the Eight of Pentacles, is appreciating the work that you've done.
Okay.
But that doesn't happen until you've done the work. So if what you're saying is you've got some pain to experience, maybe have a pain buddy. Maybe I mean, you can certainly pull me in, or Freddie, somebody say like, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna get into this now. And I want you to check in with me every day and tell me that you love me and that you're there. And I'm not gonna let you stay in there for too long.
Mhm.
And say, I'm gonna do this for a week. I'm going to do this for a month. I don't, you get to decide. And then you're going to sit back and look at what you've done. And maybe you will have finished and maybe not. You're not alone in this. It's certainly not easy. And then the Page of Swords is like having a new mind. There's some sort of transformation that will happen. The Page of Swords is, he's not full speed ahead. It's like the fool of a new mind. So, you're going to take off a cloak, you're going to take off a rain jacket. I don't know. You're going to shed a skin, and your mind will feel different after. And I would be happy to hold your hand through that. I would be thrilled. Thank you for sharing with us and be willing to hear me. Um, who else wants to go? Go for it, Janet.
So, Sandra, I didn't choose the divorce, and I mean that I swam in that horror for a really, really, really long time. So I listened though to what Kathy said. Okay, what is a noteworthy change that made me different? The noteworthy change is waking up in the middle of the night and hearing prayer artist.
Mhm.
And Emma had told me in May of 2017, when your birthday comes around, you'll be a different person. Well, when my birthday came around, I was a different person.
Mhm.
And so the first card is the Queen of Pentacles. And here's what I see, that she's in a state of surprise. All her resources have changed, which in case in me was my website, my courses, my radio show, my
Mhm.
income. I did not know who I was, but I said yes anyway, because prayer artist became my primary resource. And she's got little rabbits under there, see? So there's new growth, there's new, I think she's magnificent.
What is she holding?
A basket and it has flowers in it.
And
Where
she can't really see that she's also made of flowers.
and she is made of flowers. She's like it's almost like her top half is still herself, but her
Right,
bottom half is prayer artist. But
right.
look at that. She's just going, yeah, well, okay, here we go. And that was absolutely, and because of the thing here, it feels like the wind is sort of buffeting her. And that is, I woke up going, fuck. All right. Yeah, and I changed absolutely everything in my life. So the second card is embracing being a prayer artist, and
Mhm.
it's the Four of Pentacles. So I didn't look up anything. I just looked at her and I said, oh, four, foundation, structure. I built
Mhm.
a whole new life, and I did,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So I became the house. I'm a whole house.
Hmm. Hmm.
This is the house of being a prayer artist. And then
Hmm.
this gate thing with the little locks,
Hmm.
I interpret that is to say everything that isn't prayer artist can't get to me anymore.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I like that. And then the surprise was this card that I've always been like, that's a bad card, right?
Mhm.
No, this now is like the outcome, living as a prayer artist. Nine of Swords. What's nine? It's completion. And my interpretation is fear has no power over me. Because I did look at the book and she's like waking up from a nightmare and it's supposed to be bad and anxiety. Fear has no power over me. I am a different person. I am a mystic. That's the image of a mystic from and of course, if it is the middle of the night, welcome to my world where you hear everything in the middle of the night. I see and am seen in a whole new way. And I noticed for the first time she has on a wedding ring.
Oh.
I am married to prayer artist. I love being a prayer artist. Prayer artist gave birth to everything else. I love being a mystic witch. I love all of it, but was all born on the night I woke up hearing prayer artist. And I am at complete peace, which is the opposite of what the interpretation in the book is. But look at her. She's
She's
not
so
hysterical.
serene.
She's serene. She's in love. She's married to herself as a mystic. She is seeing and being seen different. It's suddenly I see this as a beautiful card. So
Yeah.
this I feel is in the wrong order here. This is the story of me being awakened. Surprise, you're a prayer artist. Build a whole new life as a prayer artist, and anything that isn't prayer artist can't touch me. And voila, now I am living life as a mystic. So I thought this was really fun.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
There's something too about you can transfer fear by welcoming it. You know, if
Mm, mm,
those if it's supposed to be fear, I haven't
mm,
read the description of that card, but
But
it
it's
doesn't
a
look scary
nine.
to
It's
me.
a
Yeah.
nine. It's completion. The fear you're done.
mm,
Right? That's my
mm,
interpretation because she looks
mm,
that's a woman who's heard prayer artists and went, "You go,
mm,
you bet, I will, I
So
am."
you're interpreting it in as the
mm,
reverse. Like Kathy said, we
Yeah,
could.
I looked it up in the book and I went, "Nah, fuck you, nope,"
Yeah.
That's the
because
card
this is
that
what
I
Kathy
picked.
teaches us to
mm,
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I like that card too, Janet.
And as you get to know your deck, you start to have different
mm,
ideas. I
Hmm.
mean, that's we relate to our deck. It can be whatever. And Janet, if you were to pull that in another realm, in another setting with another question, you might totally get a different
Right, because it's
experience
all
of it.
based on you saying what was a moment that changed your life. I know immediately what it is.
Yeah, the context matters every time. Yeah. Okay. Who else?
Well,
Oh,
I'll
I'll
go.
go. Okay.
Oops.
Go ahead, all three. You go.
Thank you. So I'm in the midst of great change, as many of you know, all of you know, um, due to the death of my aunt. Um, and of course, the whole reviewing of last year has really taken me into another depth of that. Um, and um, so the first card I pulled was the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is like the Hermit, who I really
Mhm.
relate to, have been, and still am. And for me, this card, I did two processes with each of the cards. One was I got the card for myself. I looked at it. What is it saying to me? And then I looked it up, and it was really interesting process because some of it I didn't. I went, that's an interesting point. Didn't see that. Um, so my reaction to this is me turning my back on the death and the cups, the wealth that the death has given me, and walking away, um, just not really able to really embrace it. Yet there's there's light and from the sun and moon together. Um, Guiding me, um, and acknowledging me to me that I can still embrace that simple life, but it's just different. Um, and the in the reading of it, it talked about it didn't really talk too much about really cups, but really more introspection, and it brought out that that is a solar eclipse. Um, because it's not dark. It can't be a lunar eclipse, it's a solar eclipse. And there again, that sun's coming up, and solar eclipses have been really changers for me. So, yeah, that's this card. Then the other card I pulled, similar to Sandra, I pulled the Page of Swords, and to I really like this card. I feel like it represents how I have to stand my ground. I'm on the ground, and I'm ready for the storm that's brewing because you can see the tree in the back is in wind and the clouds are moving. So I'm very much in that part of being strong and being in my power and knowing I can take on this. Today in the mailbox, I got two letters from the IRS and two letters from the Court of New York. And I haven't opened either one of them yet. But, um, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for that. I just am going to pick up my sword and and question and um, not take it um, as oh yeah, everything's okay. No, I mean I have to investigate this, um, and I really like the birds are there because birds have always given me empowering messages. Um, well, in the book, this in the Rachel Pollack's book, she says, and it, yeah, is that it's a cautionary card, a wariness, and that you do have to be an investigator and a spy, and that's very, very, very true. And then this card was a perplexing one for me. It's the Three of Pentacles. And to me, three is a symbol, the triangle is the symbol of change. And I interpreted this as being like at a market and somebody was trying to sell me something. And I had a fool next to me that was talking about it. And we were discussing about if I wanted to buy that cup or not. And, um, And that's actually happening right now because things are so expensive. It's crazy making. And now I want to make major changes and I go, it costs how much? But but yet that it's okay, but it's just looking at money in a totally different way. And I think us in the United States are being slapped with that a lot. Go to so um And so then when I looked it up, it talked about this being a church and that it's about finding spiritual meaning in work and daily um, and mastery at work. So that reminded me that what's going on with this new wealth is creating my earth sanctuary. I'm getting this beautiful round deck, which because it's round, it's like a ridiculously more expensive deck, but it has to be round. It can't be square. And it's going to wrap around a tree and
Mm.
overlook the pond. I mean, the creek. All of that makes it expensive, but it
Mhm.
has to be because it's in our sanctuary. So I'm feeling very emotional and yeah, right now, like I could I could cry. And they're, I guess they're just like I almost feel like a little kid crying. It's not, I can't even say if it's joy and just want to cry. Yeah. So there.
Well, maybe go to your water source and cry. Can
Mm.
I say a few things?
Oh, please do.
Anybody who needs to go, just pop off. You can watch the end. Um, Sometimes that Eight of Cups is is about um, making an informed choice to do things in a different way,
Mm,
taking a different path.
mhm,
It's like here are the all the offerings, the cups, and there's no lack in deciding that you're going to do it a different way. You know what?
mhm,
I don't need that. I have it already. And so
mm,
I choose to do this a different way.
mm.
I think it's interesting that you got a cups, you got a sword, and you got a pentacles. So
Oh,
what I'm feeling is your sort of discontent with, first of all, feeling comfortable with the financial part at the same time as you're dealing with a loss.
mm,
Um,
mm,
the the Three of Pentacles, yeah, it's about like you know, mix the church in there, those ideas, those really
mm,
strict ideas about,
mhm,
well, when that happens, then I do this, and
mm,
this is how it's supposed to be, because you're so much more creative than that.
mm,
Um, I have a lot of thoughts about this.
mm,
Maybe I'm gonna write to you.
mm,
I think we it's prescribed to feel guilty about
mm,
having a resource.
mhm,
The church
mhm,
says, "Oh, you have to
mm,
tithe," and we're so
mhm,
poor. But then
mhm,
it's got like the gold chalices and the
mm,
priest at my church drove a Cadillac and he belonged to the country club. So I think what it's done is it made us like,
mm,
well, you can't be thankful
mhm,
for it and you can't give it away because it's all mine. And you can't,
mhm,
we're just like bound up.
mhm, mhm,
And that card is in church. So these
mhm,
ideas of your next steps are happening in that framework that
mhm,
you have all the resources to say, I'm going to do this the way
mhm,
I want to do this.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
It's not
Yeah.
easy what you're doing,
Mm.
but if you're going to do it, you might as well enjoy it.
Yeah.
Don't,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like don't put guilt
Money,
on yourself because the church tells you to. Those
yeah,
eight
money
cups to me
has,
says like your cups are filled, but you know
mm-hmm,
what? You don't want those particular cups.
mm,
You're going to
mm-hmm,
do it a different way.
yeah, yeah,
So here's your assignment. Take
uh,
that little girl that
mm,
wants to cry to your magical tree
mm,
and have a talk between that little girl and Alteri, the wise, well-lived woman,
mm,
and the magical tree. Have a conversation.
mm,
Because that little girl, she needs to be taken care of.
mhm, yeah. That, wow, the little girl thing, because, I mean, my aunt dying, she was the last of that generation. So now I'm the matriarch.
There you are.
So the little girl just, where is
Yep.
she? Yeah,
Yeah.
and my aunt was, she was like my mother. So I could be a little girl with her. But now there's nobody I can be little
Yep.
girl. Mm.
But
Yeah.
Alteri the adult has all the resources to take care
Yes.
of that little girl.
Yeah.
And you're both of them.
Right.
So take the
Right.
time. She needs some time now. She wants to cry. She needs help.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Make her some brownies.
Mm.
I'm not kidding. Make her feel good.
I will. I'll ask my little girl, okay, what do you
What are we
want
gonna?
me to
Yep,
make?
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Crayons, whatever the thing is.
Right.
She knows.
Yeah.
I'm sending you
Exactly.
virtual hugs, Alteri.
Thank you. Thank you.
You
Thank
know,
you all.
you're so devoted to nature and your land and your and all the animal kingdom and welcoming people to share in that with you.
Yeah.
You know, that's like a refuge for you, for your little
Mm,
girl. It's so beautiful.
yeah. Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Meritaten, do you want to show us your cards?
It's interesting because my first card is the Page of Pentacles, and she's a little girl. So the change that came to mind for me, because I went to the workshop with
Mm,
Emma and Uma called Last
mm,
Breath Legacy about, you know, being with loss and grief
mm,
and during that the death of my brother came up for me and
mm,
I was this little girl who up to my, you know, being 10 who just was like kind of innocent and carefree and I loved
mm,
to play in the flowers and
mm,
can you see there's a dragonfly sitting on the flower?
mm, mhm,
And my mother comes to me in the form of a
mm.
dragonfly. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, there was, you know, her presence was so comforting. Um, and then my brother died
Mm,
right after I turned 10, and it changed everything. You
mm,
know, I can't even go into it how much. Um, so
mm,
this is the next card that came up was
mhm,
and
mm,
when I was shuffling and choosing the cards, I
mm.
was talking to my brother and
Oh,
asking him, you know,
mm,
to uh to show me. And
mm,
this card, it's winter time. He died in the
mm,
winter.
mm,
Um, her leaves are all gone, her flowers wilting.
mm,
She's sad. And I see that he's with me in the light in the
mm,
windows,
mm,
but this young girl doesn't see it.
mm, mm,
He's there, but she doesn't see him. Um, and then my third card, the wheel.
mm. Wow.
So now I feel like, you know, I've moved through so much
Mm,
with him and I know him in a way. He's with me in a way
mm,
that he could never have been with me if he was in
mm,
physical form.
mm,
He's my angel.
mm,
So I wrote, I'm older and wiser. I've lived through many challenges, many
mm,
sorrows, many joys. They're all a part of me and all a part of my divine purpose. I made it. I used Kathy's words. I am here. I am strong. I am fiercely gentle.
mm,
And then I repeated the quotes. You who wish to conquer pain, you must
mm,
learn what makes me kind.
mm.
I serve the mystery, our most sacred mother. And then I thought Kathy was going to ask us to do a slogan.
Go
So
for it.
I did a slogan. I've known sorrow, I've known joy. I ride the waves
Mm,
of change, ebbing and flowing. I am strong, gentle, and powerful, and I am filled with divine grace.
mm,
I really feel like
mm,
I get
mm,
it. I get that there's going to be sorrow. There's going to be, I
mm,
mean, and, and the thing that I'm just getting is what you said, Kathy, about like, I did all that. Like, I
mm,
made it through all that. And
mm,
you know, I think about like, I have
mm,
5 children and they each had like big challenges in their teenage years. And I was there. I was present.
mm,
I was in it, like
mm,
I'm just starting to like look back at my life and be like, I did it. I did a good job, like
mm,
I've never thought that way before.
mm, mm,
Yeah.
So it feels good.
Yeah.
The
mm,
wheel feels good. And these
mm,
cards were a
mm,
gift from Eddie. His name is Eddie.
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
And Kathy, I listened to you giving your, you know, wisdom to each person. And I'm so amazed by you.
mhm, mhm,
You're so good at this.
Well,
mm,
I just listen to what
mm,
comes.
But that's the word. Listen
Yeah. Yeah.
mm.
I'm listening intensely
intensely.
so that I can hear.
I think
I,
it's belief in I she really listens and then believes in what she hears and then shares it,
yes.
which is
Yes.
that wonderful process she gives us.
Yes. Yes. And she's helping me and has helped me to
Hmm.
really
Yes,
believe in
yes,
myself.
right, right.
She's like, she's a little sparkle. I
Hmm.
call her my little sparkle.
Mm. Took a while.
We ought to get
Because
her
visit,
sparklers. You
she's
know those little.
physically little, but she's emanating big light.
You get a little fairy with her little sparkler, right? No, she's not. She's deeper than that.
I like it.
So, do you have any insights to my cards, Kathy?
Um,
I did
I
not look at the book.
well, that middle one to me too, she looks like, with her she's reaching out all the different ways and
Mm,
just really bereft.
mm,
I was
Um,
lost. Yeah,
yeah, and she doesn't
mm,
know that those lights are back there.
she doesn't.
No.
There's so
mm,
much anxiety and depression
Yeah.
for
mm,
a long time
Yeah.
and fear
mm,
Yeah,
and
so I
just
feel like those you were witnessed. The
mm,
cards saw you in your
mm,
pain.
definitely. I think Eddie gave these to me.
Hmm.
mm,
And
I
he's
know he.
probably one of those wheels, you've lived your entire adult
mm,
life with him inside of you in that way.
mm,
He's one of those wheels that keeps you going.
When I was 40, I had my first experience with Reiki. I went because I was having thyroid issues. I've told you this story. I'm sorry. Um, but what happened when I got on the table was this grief just came pouring out of me. I was
mm,
just like crying uncontrollably. I was like embarrassed because, I don't know this person and I'm crying like a, you know, really sad, grieving person. And it ended up that it was grief from my brother dying 30 years earlier
mm,
that I had just never,
Right.
moved through. And
mm,
that experience was a changed me
Yeah.
mm,
because then I started a relationship with him where he wasn't my little brother who died. He was this huge light, and he was funny. He makes
mm.
me laugh, and he gives me courage. He's yellow, lots of things.
Mm,
And that was,
mm,
that was a milestone for me, that experience.
Well, so maybe you go back to that girl that's in the snow who's reaching and see if she might need brownies too.
mm.
God, it even looks, I had long, dark braids,
Mm,
and I,
mm,
it even looks like me.
Well, because she doesn't have to stay there, right? You can take that
mm,
girl who probably couldn't grieve because you were worried about your mom who lost
mm,
Oh
her
my God.
child.
You got
Right.
that right.
So you can take
Mm,
her inside, bring her inside, let her thaw, put a
mm,
blanket around her, sit with her in
mm,
front of the stove, make her some tea, right?
Hot
Put on
cocoa.
some warm socks and ask her what she needs.
Thank you.
mm.
I will do that.
We're so over time.
I know, but this was so awesome.
Yes.
I love listening to everybody's stories.
Mm,
It's so
Yeah.
healing.
mm,
Thank you.
mm.
Okay. 2 weeks from today, same time, same place. Look on Discord. I'll send an email sometime tomorrow. All
Mm,
right. I love you
mm.
all.
Love you.
Love you too. Mm.